to you from a different place in my home today. This is still our living room, but different angle. We've got the fireplace there and our cupboard unit here. Thought it might be a bit more interesting to see a different backdrop. Anyway, today I'm going to show you the fabrics that I've got for September and what I'm going to hopefully make with them. Before I get started, this is the Joan dress that I'm wearing. I've made her in a tartan. We do sell this fabric. It's a really lovely fabric to work with actually. So yeah, this is our little Joanie. She's a mini version. Slightly, I don't think it's tarty, but it's slightly short. It's not something I try to bend down in and definitely have to wear tights. And I've got a little vintage brooch on with her. Which is really sweet, and then I've also got some Alex Monroe earrings which I got for my 30th from my friends. So yeah, in gold today. Anyway, onto my fabrics for this month. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fabrics and some trim and my pattern. So I'm going to start with this fabric, okay? So this fabric is a vintage fabric and it's from the 1940s. And I'm going to hold up to you because I don't know if you can see, but it's got these amazing little acorns on there, and it's black and red and violet and a little bit of gold as well. Yeah, it's very narrow, so you can tell it's vintage because it was one on the old looms. On the old loom, so it's a metre or 90 centimetre wide. So old looms used to weave fabric on really narrow widths, so it means it's a bit of a pain to cut stuff out with, but I think what I might do is make an ultimate blouse with it. So our ultimate blouse is currently just as class at the moment, but there are plans for us to convert it into a commercial pattern and sell as a PDF. So I haven't actually made one in ages, so I thought I'd make one. And on the ultimate blouse there's a really nice collar detail, so I thought I could maybe use a contrasting collar, or maybe this. But yeah, I just hope I've got enough. I think there's about 1.5 meters there, but it is really narrow. So yeah, we will see. It might have to make it sleeveless if there isn't enough fabric. But yeah, so that is my first fabric. Composition, I think it's cotton, but there might even be a bit of a silk in there. It also still has a kind of dressing to it. So I'm going to wash it because I have a feeling that it will become a lot softer and almost maybe a little bit limper after a wash. So yeah, it's a bit crunchy, but it's amazing how much this has been preserved. It's just really, really beautiful condition. The colour is just amazing. It must have been in somebody's cupboard for a long time, but it doesn't smell that bad. So yeah, I bought it from Etsy actually. I very rarely buy fabric on Etsy, but there is an amazing vintage fabric person on there that I tend to have a look at, and she always has beautiful prints. And it's a bit hit and miss because it is quite expensive and you don't know if you're going to end up with something that's nice quality, but this was a winner. So that's my first fabric. On to my next one. This is my, it's polyester, but it's a crepe de chine, and it's green, emerald. I'm going to bring him closer because you need to see there are little swans on there, little navy swans. Can you see that? I don't know if it's out of focus. I'll pull it back like that. Maybe you can see there. Anyway, it's got a really lovely soft crepe de chine drape to it. So crepe de chine is actually a silk fabric, but there are loads of polyester and really good actually polyester man-made crepe de chines out there. The great thing about man-made fabric is it doesn't crease like silk does. So and it's washable. It's so washable. And I think I bought 2.5 meters of this. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an ultimate blouse or a shift top, kind of as in just plain top, and I'm going to attach to it a pleated skirt and elasticated waist. What I was planning on doing for the pixelated fabric that I had last month, this is what I'm going to do with this one, and I'm going to definitely do it. I basically ran out of time last month, so I didn't have a chance to do anything other than the dress that I did. But I've got a bit more time, I hope, this month, so I'm going to try and make this up. But yeah, I really like it. It's really really lovely, rich colour. So this is my second one. Lovely drapey. And on to the next one. Whizzing through them this month. I bought a jersey. So the last fabric that I got that from Gold Hawk Road. I got it from Classic Textiles. And I got this fabric also from Gold Hawk Road, and I got it from the shop next to Classic Textiles. Not A1 Fabrics, but the one on the other side. Anyway, it was super cheap. I think it was like £3 a metre. And it's a really lovely kind of coffee colour with a navy geometric-y print. So I'll bring that in a bit closer so you can see. Yeah, and I got, I think, 1.5 metres. So I thought I would make an Agnes top out of it. So the Tilly pattern, it is Agnes, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's the Agnes top. The one that I reviewed a couple of months ago, I haven't actually made, after raving about it and being like, I'm going to make so many of these, I haven't actually made any, other than the one that I made for the review. So I thought I'd make another one of these. And then I've got this really lovely, my Decades of Style Empire line trousers. I've got them in a really nice crepe, navy crepe, and I just thought that'd be perfect. I could wear it with an Agnes top. So thinking about what's already in my wardrobe, not going to add things that I then need to make other things for. So yeah, really like that one. Good idea to wash jersey definitely before, because it does shrink quite a lot, and I don't want it to be super, super tight. So that's that third one. And next I have got some of our luxury crepe that we have in loads of colours on our online shop, and I haven't used it for a while and I absolutely love it. I literally couldn't rave about it enough. When I'm in the shop and a customer comes in and I just see them maybe looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this fabric, it hangs so beautifully, it's got lovely weight, it's really easy to sew, it washes well. And usually the customer's like, whoa, okay, I just touched the fabric, wasn't that sure if I was going to buy it. Anyway, it's perfect for I've made shift dresses out of it, blouses out of it, and I haven't yet made a tea dress out of it. And I haven't made a tea dress in ages. I feel really sorry for a tea dress. I've actually got one of the patterns here. This is our tea dress. She was one of the first 3 commercial patterns that we released, and very much she was basically, so Betty was one of the first patterns that I ever designed, but this was quite shortly after. So I used to make lots of them, but now they're all a little bit tired because I made them out of this beautiful sandwash silk, and they just haven't worn that well. So I feel like I need to make another one. And it's coming up to autumn, so no, we're not in autumn yet, but it's soon going to be autumn. So I did want to choose a colour that is a little bit cheerful, but also that I will wear tights with. And so what I've decided is I'm going to make it out of this peachy colour, coral colour, but I'm going to make contrasting navy buttons, and I might even make a contrasting cuff in navy, I'm not sure. But I've got a little cute navy cardigan like the ones that I often wear from Fever. So I thought it'd be really nice with that, with navy tights, and it'll be something a little bit bright and cheery to wear when it's getting a bit cold and miserable. So yes, that is my 4th fabric. And this, guys, is about £12 a metre on our online shop, and like I said, it comes in loads of colours, navy, black, bottle green, aqua, another pink, red, mustard. It's actually the fabric that I made my box pleat skirt in my book. I made that out of that. So if you go over to the Cerebrit Vintage vlog, you'll see I'm wearing a red skirt in that, and that is made out of this fabric. And it's also the fabric, the sample in the book is made out of this. So yeah, it's such a lovely fabric. It's just, yeah, really, really great. It's something that I can keep getting back and back, so keep getting back and back. I can keep getting it in the shop, so there will always be some in stock, which is fab. So that's my 4th fabric. So 4 fabrics. I think last month I had 5, but I haven't yet chosen a fabric for my pattern that I'm going to do. So yeah, I hope that I'm going to have time to make all 5 things. The other thing that I wanted to show you is this amazing trim. So on our online shop, and actually we've got loads more in the shop, are all these beautiful wide trims that I bought from Delhi and Mumbai when I go on my fabric trips. And it's just stunning. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just so pretty. Yeah, it's really pretty. So it's like a cotton base and black, and then it's got gold, and a really lovely gold, and then the deep red embroidery. So I've made a shift dress out of the luxury crepe, and I've put some of, not this one, but I've put another wide Indian ribbon on the hem and around the cuffs. It's on my Instagram feed if you want to have a look, and I absolutely love it. And it's basically, everyone always comments on it because the shift dress is quite a simple design, and so sometimes when I wear them people don't particularly, it doesn't stand out, but it's a real basic that I wear. But if the fabric is quite plain, then it's not particularly a special dress, it's just a nice everyday dress. Whack this bad boy onto the hem and onto the cuffs, instant glam, I think. So I thought I'm gonna maybe not this month, but I'll show it to you next month if I haven't made it this month. I'm going to make a black shift dress in the luxury crepe, and I'm going to whack this bad boy on the hem. Yeah, so I will make sure I show that in one of my vlogs. So keep your eyes out for that make. But yeah, I really love it. So I want to make sure I use it and I don't just put it in a drawer and never use it. This type of vlog is amazing. I'm getting through so many fabrics that are in my stash. I am really tempted. So I've still got about 20 in there. But I am tempted to just take a photograph of them and then be like, I'm going to use all of these and I'm not going to buy any more fabric, and you guys are going to be my witness to make sure that I don't do that. I am tempted, but I'm also tempted not to, because I still love buying fabric and having new things. But anyway, that would be an amazing challenge and show real discipline if I was to do that. So I'm going to think about whether I could do that. So next, the pattern of the month that I am going to review. This is the Colette Hawthorn dress, or top, but I'm going to make the dress. So I bought this at the Knitting and Stitching Show last year. The Knitting and Stitching Show is coming up in October, which is about a month away. I still haven't made it. So I thought, well, I should try and give this a whirl. So it's a little button-up shirt, but also it can be a shirt with like a peplum on it, or it can be a dress. And it's got sleeves, and it's got a sleeveless version as well. So yeah, I haven't made a Colette pattern in a long time, so I'm quite looking forward to going back and making something from theirs. And then, yeah, they do have such great instructions, so I think it will be a nice easy one to do. So yeah, it's not an overly fitted dress anyway, so the fitting shouldn't be too difficult, because there should be a certain amount of ease on there. But yeah, that is what I'm going to make. I haven't chosen my fabric, so I haven't got anything in my stash that's right, so I'm going to have a look at the Sew It shop and see if there's anything in the shops that I like, and choose that. So I will be reviewing this bad boy, and I will be making those, and I shall be reporting back to you all. That's it for today. I hope you have a really nice rest of your day. Bye!